You may not realize it, but the energy you carry shakes people to their core. The way you walk, the way you think, the way you move in this world, it's not ordinary. And because of that, there are people, systems, and forces that fear you. They won't say it outright. Instead, they'll mock you, isolate you, and try to tear you down. Why? Because they can't control what they don't understand. They sense something in you, something divine, something unbreakable, and it terrifies them. Have you ever noticed people treating you differently for no reason? Maybe they become cold out of nowhere. Maybe they watch you in silence, trying to figure you out. Drop a comment if you've experienced this. This fear isn't about what you've done. It's about who you are. A chosen one carries a presence that disrupts the norm, that challenges the lies, and that awakens others just by existing. That's why certain people try so hard to dim your light. They know the moment you fully step into your power, you'll be unstoppable. But here's the thing. The more they fear you, the more powerful you actually are. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why they fear you, what it means for your journey, and how to handle it. And before we dive deep, make sure to support this channel. It takes a lot of effort to bring these messages. So if you're feeling this, join the membership, send a super thanks, or check out the shopping tab below. Let's keep this movement strong. Now, let's get into it. Why they fear you. The fear people have toward chosen ones isn't always obvious. It doesn't always come in the form of open hatred or direct attacks. Sometimes it's subtle, hidden beneath fake smiles and forced politeness. But make no mistake, their fear is real. One, you carry a powerful energy that they can't ignore. When you walk into a room, something shifts. People notice you, even if you don't say a word. It's not about how you look, dress, or speak. It's about your presence. Have you ever caught someone staring at you with a mix of curiosity and discomfort? That's because your energy exposes what's inside them. If they're living in darkness, your light unsettles them. If they're used to deception, your truth threatens them. This is why some people instantly dislike you for no reason. It's not personal, it's spiritual. Their spirit recognizes yours, and it triggers something deep within them. 2, you can't be manipulated like everyone else. Most people follow the crowd. They believe what they're told, do what's expected, and rarely question anything. But you see through the illusions. You question things. You think deeply. You don't just accept what society, religion, or authority figures tell you without searching for the truth yourself. And that makes you dangerous. People in power, whether in relationships, workplaces, or even spiritual realms, rely on control. They need people who blindly obey, who don't challenge the system. But a chosen one, you can't be controlled. This is why certain people in your life might try to guilt trip you, gaslight you, or twist your words. They know that if they can't control you, they lose their power. Have you ever noticed that when you stand firm on your beliefs, people get uncomfortable? Drop a comment if you've experienced this. 3, you are a natural leader, even when you don't try to be. Leadership isn't about having a title. It's about who you are. You might not even want the responsibility, but somehow people look to you for guidance. They come to you for advice. They seek your wisdom, your insight, your presence. But here's the problem. Not everyone likes seeing you in that position. Some people feel threatened by your influence. They see that others respect you, and it makes them insecure. They might try to discredit you, spread lies, or create drama around you to bring you down. It's not because you've done anything wrong. It's because they see your potential and want to stop it before it grows. They can't handle your authenticity. The world is full of fake people, fake friendships, and fake love. But you're real. You speak your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. You refuse to pretend just to fit in. And that makes people nervous because it forces them to face their own fakeness. This is why some people will reject you, not because they dislike you, but because they can't handle the realness you bring. But here's what you need to understand. Their fear of you has nothing to do with you being wrong or too much. It has everything to do with them not being ready to face the truth. And the more you shine, the more they will resist. For your presence exposes their weaknesses. Most people build their lives around illusions. They pretend to be happy, act like they have everything figured out, and put on a show for the world. But when a chosen one enters their life, the mask starts to slip. It's not something you do on purpose. It's just your energy. Your presence challenges their false confidence. Your wisdom reveals their ignorance. Your inner peace contrasts with their inner chaos. This is why some people will push you away or treat you coldly for no reason. It's not that they hate you. They hate what your presence forces them to confront. Think about it. How many times have you walked into a room and suddenly the atmosphere changed? People got quieter or they started acting different. It's because they feel your power. The truth is, they aren't afraid of you. They're afraid of what they see in themselves when they're around you. 5. You are unpredictable, and that makes them nervous. Most people are predictable. You know exactly how they'll react in certain situations because they follow the same patterns. But chosen ones, you don't fit the mold. One day, you might be deeply reflective and quiet. The next, you're radiating energy and inspiration. You're constantly growing, evolving, changing. And this scares people. Why? Because they can't figure you out. They can't put you in a box. They don't know what to expect from you, and that makes them uneasy. Society likes to categorize people, to label them, control them, and predict their behavior. But when someone like you comes along, someone who operates on a different frequency, it disrupts the system. They don't know how to handle someone who refuses to be controlled. 6. You attract both lovers and haters. Here's something most people don't understand about chosen ones. You naturally attract strong reactions from people. Some people will admire you, feel drawn to your energy, and want to be around you. Others will despise you, feel threatened by your presence, and want to tear you down. But the truth is, both reactions are proof of your power. The ones who love you see something in you that they wish to cultivate in themselves. The ones who hate you see something in you that exposes their own insecurities. Either way, you can't be ignored. This is why you might feel like people either deeply respect you or deeply resent you. There's rarely an in-between. Drop a comment if you've ever felt this. 7. The spiritual realm knows who you are. It's not just people who recognize your power. The spiritual world knows exactly who you are too. Before you were even born, there was a calling on your life. You were set apart, chosen for something greater than yourself. And because of that, both light and darkness have been aware of you from the start. This is why. You've faced challenges most people couldn't survive. You've dealt with spiritual attacks that others wouldn't even understand. You've been tested in ways that forced you to grow stronger. Because your presence is not random. You were placed here for a reason. And that reason scares the forces of darkness. They know you're here to change the game. Most people follow the script. They live life on autopilot, doing what they're told, staying in their comfort zones. But you are different. You're here to break cycles, shift realities, and bring truth to a world drowning in deception. That's why. Some people will try to silence you. Some will spread lies about you. Some will even try to make you doubt yourself. But the truth can't be hidden forever. You were built for this. No matter what comes against you, remember who you are. You weren't meant to be liked by everyone. You weren't meant to fit in. You weren't meant to live a small, quiet life. You were meant to stand out. And that's exactly why they fear you. Now that you know why they fear you, let me remind you of something. You were built for this. There will always be people who don't understand you. There will always be forces, both seen and unseen, trying to stop you from stepping fully into your power. But let me ask you this. Will you let them win? Will you dim your light just to make others comfortable? Will you hold back your purpose just because others are afraid of what it means? I don't think so. Chosen one, you were never meant to fit in. The reason they fear you, misunderstand you, and try to silence you is because you were never meant to blend in with the crowd. You were born to disrupt the system, break the illusions, and bring truth where there is deception. You are too powerful to be controlled. You are too wise to be manipulated. You are too strong to be broken. And that is why they will never be able to stop you. Stand tall in your calling. Instead of letting their fear weaken you, let it fuel you.